Welcome home the right way. This is Kenneth from Broker, your trusted real estate partner. I am passionate about what I do because it allows me to add real value to people's lives. Whether you are buying your first home or looking for your next one, I am here to guide you every step of the way. Buying your first home in Canada isn't just a financial step. It is an emotional one. It's about more than walls and the roof. It's about belonging, stability, and the pride of having a space to finally call your own. For newcomers especially, this is a milestone that marks the start of something bigger, a fresh chapter, a new beginning, and a home filled with hope. But I know how overwhelming it can feel with unfamiliar systems, unexpected costs, and so many unknowns. It is easy to make mistakes that can delay your dreams, or worse, turn them into regrets. That's why I made this video. I want to help you move forward with confidence. Whether you're just arriving or you've been here for a while, this is your safe space to learn, prepare, and make the right choices so you can find the home you've been dreaming of without stress. Now, if this sounds like something you need, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Your support helps me keep making content like this for you and for every newcomer trying to build a better life in Canada. Let's grow together. Now, let's get into the biggest mistakes to avoid when buying your first home so you can do it the right way the first time. Mistake number 1, not getting pre-approved before house hunting. One of the biggest mistakes newcomers make when buying their first home in Canada is skipping the mortgage pre-approval step before starting the house hunt. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, scrolling through listings, daydreaming about backyard barbecues, or imagining your kids running around in their new rooms. But if you haven't been pre-approved, you are walking into the process blind, and that can cost you big time. Let's break it down. Pre-approval isn't just some bank paperwork or meaningless letter. It's a crucial first step that tells you in real numbers what you can afford. Without it, you might fall in love with a home that's way out of your price range, or worse, put in an offer only to find out you can't actually qualify for the mortgage needed to seal the deal. And here's the reality. Pre-qualification is not the same as pre-approval. Pre-qualification is a basic estimate, often done with a few online questions. It doesn't dig deep into your financial situation. Pre-approval, on the other hand, is a full financial review. Lenders will look at your income, your debt, employment status, and credit history. Based on that, they will give you a realistic idea of how much they are willing to lend you, and lock in an interest rate that can give you a competitive edge when you find that right home. Another thing to note, many sellers and real estate agents won't even take your offer seriously without a pre-approval. In competitive markets, that piece of paper can make all the difference between closing a deal and watching someone else snag the home you wanted. More importantly, it protects you. It sets a clear and realistic budget, so you can search with confidence and clarity. You won't waste time looking at homes that are beyond your means, and you wouldn't fall victim to emotional decision making that can derail your finances in the future. As a newcomer, you may not be familiar with Canada's mortgage system. Unlike some countries, here, your credit score, employment record, and debt to income ratio play a major role. If you've only been in the country a short while, your credit history may be limited, but many lenders have programs designed specifically for newcomers. Some allow alternative forms of credit proof like rental payment history, bills, or even overseas banking documentation to show you are a reliable borrower. But these options take time to process, and the earlier you start, the better position you will be. So before you step foot into an open house or browse that listing site for hours on end, hit pause and get pre-approved. Talk to a mortgage advisor or broker who can walk you through the options, gather your documents, ask the hard questions, and be prepared, because when the right house comes along, and trust me, it will, you will be ready to move, not just emotionally but financially. Mistake number 2, underestimating the true cost of home ownership. Many newcomers look at the price tag on a house and assume that's the biggest hurdle, but that's just the beginning. The truth is, buying a home comes with a long list of hidden and ongoing costs. First-time buyers off guard if they are not prepared. Let's break it down. Aside from the down payment and mortgage, there are closing costs, which often range from 1.5% to 4% of the home's purchase price. These include land transfer taxes, legal fees, home inspection costs, title insurance, and more. And that's just to get the keys in your hand. Once you are a homeowner, the bills don't stop. There are property taxes, utilities, home insurance, and all these can vary widely depending on your home's size, location, and age. Some homes come with condo or maintenance fees, and others may require repairs or upgrades soon after moving in. Even something as simple as snow removal or lawn care becomes your responsibility. Then there is maintenance. Experts recommend setting aside 1 to 3% of your home's value each year for unexpected repairs. That means if you bought a $500,000 home, you should budget up to $15,000 annually, just in case the roof leaks, the furnace dies, or the plumbing needs an overhaul. These costs are part of the home ownership journey, and they are manageable if you plan for them. But if you stretch your budget too thin on the purchase alone, these extra expenses can become overwhelming. Before you buy, build a realistic budget, not just for your mortgage, but for everything that comes with owning a home. Your dream home should bring you peace, not pressure. Mistake number 3, ignoring the importance of credit. Your credit score might seem like a mystery, especially if you are new to the country, but it plays a huge role in whether you can buy a home, how much you can borrow, and what interest rate you get. Ignore it, and it will come back to haunt you. Lenders use your credit score to judge your reliability as a borrower. The higher your score, the better your chances of securing a mortgage, and the better your terms. A strong credit score can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. So how do you build credit as a newcomer? Start early. Open a secured credit card or a basic credit card with a low limit. Use it wisely. Make small purchases and always pay your balance on time. Don't max out your card, and try to keep your balance under 30% of your credit limit. Avoid making too many applications at once, and don't close old accounts unless you need to. The longer your credit history, the better. Many newcomers come from countries where credit works differently or where cash is king. But here, credit history is currency. Without it, even if you have a high income, lenders may still view you as a risky borrower. So be proactive, monitor your credit report, dispute any errors, and make it a habit to build and protect your score. That one number could be the key to unlocking your future home. Mistake number 4, misunderstanding mortgage types. Mortgages can be confusing, especially if you're not familiar with how they work in Canada. And choosing the wrong type of mortgage could cost you big over time. There are fixed rate mortgages, variable rate mortgages, open terms, closed terms, short term, long term. And every choice has pros and cons depending on your financial goals, stability, and tolerance for risk. A fixed rate mortgage gives you consistency. Your interest rate stays the same for the term, whether it's 2, 3, or 5 years, so your payments are predictable. It's great for budgeting and peace of mind, especially if rates are low when you lock in. A variable rate mortgage, on the other hand, usually starts with a lower rate, but it can change with the market. That means your payments could go up or down depending on the economy. This type may save you money in the long run, but it carries more uncertainty. Then there are open mortgages, which give you flexibility to pay off your loan early. but usually at a higher interest rate, and closed mortgages, which often come with penalties if you want to break the contract or refinance early. Newcomers rush into the first option their bank offers without fully understanding the long-term implications. But this decision can shape your finances for years. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Talk to a mortgage broker who can walk you through all the options, compare rates from different lenders, and help you choose what's right for you, not just what's popular. A mortgage is not one size fits all. Know what you're signing and why. Mistake number 5, overextending financially. When you are excited about buying your first home, it's easy to stretch your budget to the limit, especially if you fall in love with a property that's just outside your price range. But this is one of the most dangerous mistakes newcomers make. Many buyers think, if the bank approved me for this much, I must be able to afford it. Mortgage pre-approval is only part of the story. It doesn't account for your full lifestyle, savings goals, or unexpected life events. Let's say you buy at the top of your budget. You move in, and suddenly interest rates rise. Your monthly payments increase. Meanwhile, your car breaks down, or your job situation changes. Now you are house poor, meaning most of your income goes towards your mortgage, leaving little for savings, travel, or even groceries. That's not freedom, that's stress. Smart homeowners think long term. They aim for a comfortable mortgage, not a maximum one. Because the bank says yes to $600,000 doesn't mean you have to spend it. The goal isn't just to buy a home, it's to enjoy it. And that means being able to afford it not just today, but 5, 10, or 20 years from now. So before you say yes to that dream home, ask yourself, is this home a blessing or a burden? Mistake number 6, skipping the home inspection. Imagine buying your first home only to discover 2 months later that the roof is leaking, the basement floods, and the electrical wiring is outdated. That's what can happen when you skip the home inspection. And unfortunately, it happens more often than you would think. Some newcomers waive inspections to make their offers more attractive in a hot market. Others are simply unaware of how critical this step is. But skipping an inspection is like buying a car without checking if the brakes work. It's risky, and it can end up costing you thousands or even tens of thousands down the road. A professional home inspection provides an objective assessment of a property's condition. It covers the foundation, roof, plumbing, electrical systems, HVAC, insulation, and more. It tells you what's working, what's worn out, and what could become a problem soon. More importantly, the inspector's report gives you leverage. If issues are uncovered, you can negotiate repairs, request a price reduction, or even walk away entirely, saving you from a financial disaster. Some buyers think new homes don't need inspections, but that's a myth. Even brand new construction can have flaws, shortcuts, or safety oversights that only a trained inspector will catch. A home is likely the most expensive purchase you'll ever make. Don't go in blind. Spend a few $100s. It could save you thousands and give you peace of mind. Mistake number 7, not working with a real estate professional. Many newcomers try to handle the entire home buying process alone, thinking they are saving money. But in reality, this decision can cost more in the long run. Working with a qualified real estate professional is one of the smartest moves you can make, especially in a competitive and complex market. Many newcomers don't realize that as a buyer, you typically don't pay your agent's commission. The seller does. So you're getting expert advice and support, often at no cost to you. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? Without a realtor, you could end up overpaying, missing key contract details, or falling for emotional traps that a professional would have warned you about. Risk buying in a neighborhood that doesn't match your needs for schools, transit, or resale value. Things a seasoned agent will assess immediately. It's important to choose someone you trust, who listens to your concerns and has experience working with first-time buyers. And if you're new to the country, finding someone familiar with your cultural background or communication style can make the process even smoother. So before you dive in solo, ask yourself, do I really know what I'm doing, or would it be wiser to have someone in my corner? Your first home should be a dream, not a disaster. Buying your first home in Canada is a milestone worth celebrating. But it's also a major decision, one that comes with responsibilities, risks, and realities. And for newcomers, it can feel like navigating a maze of new rules, new systems, and unfamiliar expectations. But here is the truth. You don't have to go through it blindly. By avoiding these common mistakes of skipping pre-approval, ignoring total costs, trying to do it alone, rushing inspections, stretching your finances, neglecting credit, or choosing the wrong mortgage, you are not just protecting your investment, you are protecting your peace of mind, your future, and your family's comfort. Remember, the goal isn't just to own a home, it's to own the right home on the right terms in the right way. So take your time. Be realistic, be prepared, and be informed. Because when you do it right, buying your first home isn't just a transaction, it is a transformation, a fresh start, a new chapter, a place to call your own in a country full of promise. You've already made the bold move to build a new life here. Now, let's make sure your first home is a part of that success story, not a setback. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this. And if you have questions or want more tips, drop a comment below. I'd love to help you navigate this journey every step of the way. Once more, this is Kenneth from Real Broker, your trusted real estate partner. Call, text, email, and I'll see you soon.